I will be leaving first, were the words of the main character traveling through the train, thinking, how did it come to this? This is Inami Suzuki. Since being selected a few months ago as a project leader, he has hardly gone home. He thinks rush hour takes a toll on the body, especially after a triple all-nighter. I am a full-fledged corporate slave. A throbbing feeling happens. Not again. Constant chest pain, simple stress, unpaid overtime every day, never-ending work, and a boss breathing down his neck. It worsens by the day. This is the norm in my life. All I can do is live with it. We are arriving shortly. The exit will be on the right, the announcement blares. Even though it is tough, the main character doesn't realize the gates open, and everyone squashes him as they move out. He is on the ground after being stumbled over. With all his force, he gets up, saying, "This isn't my stop yet." He tries to run toward the train, but the door closes and he is at the wrong station. It is almost 7 o'clock. He thinks, I can't catch a break. I'm lacking in everything. Time, sleep, company morale. I'm so tired. Competent coworkers? Talent? None. He recalls someone named Yumiya, his childhood friend, Yumiya Hina. I suddenly thought of her. She moved here around elementary school, and they got along well. But just before entering high school, she died in a traffic accident. Just thinking of her name makes his heart more fragile. Even after 10 years, it still haunts me like it was yesterday. If only I had been able to save her back then. As the throbbing in his heart strengthens, he thinks, things would have been different if I could. With that, he is now on the ground. His heart hurts, and his breath shortens. People gather around him. I can't breathe. Are you okay? Call an ambulance, someone shouts. The station staff is called as his vision fades. He thinks, did I die on the floor of the station? As he looks ahead, he sees none other than his childhood friend, Yumiya, standing in front of him. He tries to move closer, but apologizes that he couldn't save her. Suddenly, he looks at his wristwatch, and time rewinds faster than anything. As his eyes open, he is in a room. He thinks, was I saved? My chest isn't hurting. Why am I in my parents' home and not in the hospital? He grabs his phone and is shocked. You're kidding. He opens the door, runs to the bathroom, and looks in the mirror. He is stunned to see himself young again. My skin feels fresh. I'm shorter, so skinny. What's going on? I look so plain and gloomy, just like an NPC. This is from my school days. He wonders if it's an elaborate prank. Is that even possible? 10 years ago, I wished to start over when I collapsed. Someone jumps on him from behind. It's his sister. She startles him, and she apologizes, saying, I'm sorry. I didn't think you'd be that surprised. He says, no, it's fine. Don't mind it. You're a Zeus, right? Yes, but what's up with you? Are you half asleep, slacking on your studies to sleep? This is his younger sister, Azusa. She's bright and sociable with many friends, too good of a little sister for him. It may be the 10 years, but her demeanor feels reverted. He recalls their last meeting. Is work going well? You look a bit worn out. We should go home once in a while. But he had brushed her off, saying he was busy. Now, in the present, she says, is there something on my face? He bows, saying, I'm sorry for being such a useless older brother. She is shocked. Are you okay? I was always causing worry for everyone around me. I'll try to redo those days when I couldn't do anything. For now, he thinks, let's do something about my appearance. Cut my hair, get new clothes, put on some muscle. Muscle solves everything. That was his motto. But here he is, eating a slice of cake. His sister says, feeling better after eating some sweets, are we? With her smile, she adds, don't scare me like that. Her kindness is touching. He asks if their mother is at work, a stark contrast to the company of verbal abuse. Yep, but she'll be back soon, Azusa replies. They're a family of 3. Their dad died when Inami was very young. He needs to get a grip, he thinks, before their mother comes back. As his sister gets up, she says, your eyes are much cloudier than usual. The after effects of being in the rough and tumble of society don't fade easily. Her entrance exam must be tough, he observes. Azusa brings cake, or rather, an entire box. For you, my brother, I'll share some of my cake. There's more. Why is there so much cake? What's the occasion? She sighs, breaking the bread. What are you even talking about? Today is Christmas Day. The main character is shocked. 10 years ago, Christmas Day. He stands up and looks at the clock, his heart racing. He thinks the bell will ring any moment. Am I really? As he opens the door, expecting his mom, a person in a maid dress appears. Inami-san, sorry for the abruptness, says the maid from the Yumiya family. She asks if the young lady is here. Inami stumbles, saying, she's gone, isn't she? The maid is surprised. He thinks she should have been home by now. He knows what's going to happen. Christmas Day, 10 years ago, was the day Yumiya was hit by a car. I wanted to start over, but on this day of all days, he says to the maid. She replies, I see. Where on earth could the young lady be? I can't reach her phone either, and at a time like this, Inami jumps in abruptly. I'll bring her back, so please be ready, Mahato-san. The maid stumbles, saying, how do you know that? Inami-san. He thinks on Christmas Day, 10 years ago, when Yumiya was hit by a car, another incident took place. Her grandfather, Yumiya Shirdao, the head of the Yumiya family, passed away. The Yumiya family, distinguished with a long history and considerable wealth, would lose both its head and its young lady on the same day. In the years that followed, the family was plagued by scandals, leading to their steady decline. The maid says, if only I had taken the young lady and ran away. Inami's sister steps in. Nichan, you suddenly jumped up and surprised me. She notices Mahato and asks, what's wrong? I'm currently looking for the young lady, Mahato replies. Inami thinks, at the time, no one could imagine things would turn out like they did. He steels his resolve to find Yumiya and start over. He runs, recalling his past. When he was a boy, an announcement was made. Today, a new transfer student will join us. Please introduce yourself. Yumiya Hina moved here in elementary school. He remembers her striking, hollow eyes. She introduced herself as Yumiya, but sat alone. The girls spread rumors. Yumiya-san is like a ghost, isn't she? She doesn't react much when I try to talk to her. Honestly, she's pretty scary. Even the boys joined in. Inami thought, what a strange girl. But I wonder what kind of girl she is. He approached her, saying, Yumiya, it's recess. Why don't we go play outside? She turned her attention back to her book. His friends teased, be careful, Inami, or you might get cursed by Yumiya. He might already be possessed. Yumiya ignored him for a while, but he kept talking to her patiently. She hasn't done anything wrong. They're the nasty ones for treating her like she's some kind of freak. Don't take it to heart, okay? He felt he could grow closer to her this way. Months passed with no reaction from her, but one day, she abruptly asked, why me? He was captivated by her words. She continued, is there something you want from me? He replied, not really. If I had to say, I'd like us to be friends. She, who had never experienced this, moved her hand toward him. Little by little, they started to hang out. Yumiya began talking to him more. They went to different schools, but something happened. When he called her, she said, sorry, I'm studying. I have a lot of work. From that point on, they stopped hanging out. He didn't even see her face anymore. It was due to circumstances within the Yumiya family, but he only found out after the accident that in the alley where Yumiya died. He feels relieved. Right, it hasn't happened yet. I'm ahead of time. But where is she? He spots her sitting on a bench, her eyes empty. She's surprised to see him. Shukun, she says, wearing the same uniform as that day. Yumiya is alive. Why are you here? She asks. He thinks, I'm here to save you, but I can't say that. I'm here to get you, he says. Holding her hand, he adds, let's go home, Yumiya. Even after running out without a jacket, her hands are as cold as ice. Why was she wandering here alone, a place she doesn't usually go? She refuses. No, even if I go back, it'll be the same. When I get home, I'll just do homework all the time. When I finish, I'm back at it again. Even if I don't sleep, it never ends. I'd have to do the same at school. Continuing like this, there's just no meaning to it. He wonders, has she given up on life? Yumiya Hina was an illegitimate child, born from an adulterous relationship. People called her disgusting. Her father, the cause of the affair, refused to acknowledge her. Her mother died, giving birth to her. To the Yumiya family, Their sole daughter was a symbol of scandal. The head of the family, Yumiya Shurdao, isolated her in an apartment far from the main house, forcing her to study and take lessons single-mindedly. Just remember your academics and manners, and you'll still have some use, he told her. She spent her days in isolation, studying and taking piano lessons. If she didn't rank first in exams, she was given additional assignments. Yumiya had little freedom, a fact Anami only realized later. If I could go back further, there would be so much I could have done, that he apologizes. I didn't realize until now. She asks, why are you? I arrived on the day of the past. All I can do is change things from here. From today onward, it'll be okay, he says. She doesn't understand, but he continues. Yumiya, your grandfather just collapsed, and he probably won't survive. Things will definitely be different. She wonders, is that really true? That's impossible. He catches her hands. If things remain as they are, I'll take care of it. Changing fate might not be easy, but I have memories from before the time leap. Destroying a family? It's just a matter of time for me. She says, has your demeanor changed? He looks surprised. Maybe I don't want to see Yumiya gone again, and this time, for sure. Did something happen? I want you to be happy, Yumiya. That's rather sudden, but it's the truth, she replies. Let's go home, he says, holding her hand. They walk like a couple that in her past, she talked to her teddy bear. Hey, do you think Dad will come back? Shukuin believes he will. Her dad did return, and she ran to him, saying, hey, where have you been? I've been waiting for you. He shrugged her off. I told you not to come near me. I wish you were never born. She recalls, for some reason, I still remember my father's words. After that, I never saw him again. Her grandfather said, you yourself have no value. Just remember your academics and manners, and you'll still have some use. She was like a doll who only followed orders. After being expelled from the main house, she lived in her mother's apartment, of which she had no memory. You'll attend a new school tomorrow, but your lessons will continue, as usual. Be home by 5 p.m., she was told. Her pencil box fell as she bumped into something. People grinned, saying, she really has nothing to say, does she? She's like a ghost. Her classmates treated her like that. My existence was unsocialized, so it's only natural to be disliked. To become even a little useful, she studied and took lessons. Her daily life was doing nothing but what she was told, like a machine. Someone called out, hey, Yumiya, it's recess. Shall we play? Some girls filled a large vessel with water, saying, hey, are you still studying? How admirable. They were about to pour water on her when someone stopped them. Hey, what were you about to do? Pouring water on her? I know Yumiya doesn't react much, but that doesn't mean you should. We were just playing. I'm sorry, they said. Yumiya thought I didn't mind, but she wondered if only I noticed sooner. When Anami asked, is there something you want from me? She thought, there's no such thing as kindness without something in return. But her eyes gleamed when he said, I'd like us to be friends. Just like back then, Shukuin came to her. What is this fluttering feeling in my heart? The maid thanks Inami. I'll requite this another day. He remembers something and says, I'm sorry, just a moment. He tears a page, writes something, and thinks, I don't know what will happen after this, so I have to do what I can. He hands the paper to both of them. To the maid, Mahato-san, he says, if you're uncertain about keeping her safe, please pass this on to someone of higher standing. She asks, may I know the details? It's hard to explain, but this is a list of people likely to cause scandals in the future. Are you certain? For what reason are you doing this? Let's just say there's a lot going on. I'm sorry for taking up your time. I'll leave the rest to you, Mahato. There's no guarantee, but this is all he can do. The next morning, his mother is there. You're up again today, running? I want to improve my stamina before high school. A change of pace from studies? Impressive. I'm going out for a bit. Work? Yep. No regard for the New Year's holiday. You better not get a job like mine, okay? He nods, but she asks, why so gloomy? He thinks, I ended up working for a black company, too. She adds, Mahato-san mentioned she had something to discuss with you about the other day. She was quite surprised. I suppose you're at that stage to think about it. Take care of Azusa for me, right? His sister sleeps relentlessly on her bed. I guess it's about Yumiya, but I haven't heard from her in a week. I accomplished my goal of saving Yumiya, but what will happen to me? Will it be a happy ending like in stories? Or will I awaken back in the future? I don't want that. I want Yumiya to be okay. Back at home, his eyes widen as he sees Mahoto and Yumiya. Oh my, it's been a while, Mahoto says. Pardon us. They call him out. Didn't expect the visit. I look forward to our continued relationship this year. What's wrong? It's nothing exactly, he says, thinking this feeling is nostalgic. When you couldn't get your point across, you always look perplexed. So, what can I help with today? The young lady wished to give you something, Mahoto says. Yumiya hands him a box of cookies. This is thanks for the other day, she says, blushing. It's all thanks to you that I've been put at ease. Thank you so much. This alone is worth the time leap. Cookies? Why would she go out of her way to buy them? He takes a bite, or rather, eats them all. She asks, how are they? It's good, he says. It tastes burnt, but it has a unique flavor. She exclaims, I made those. When Mahoto and I were discussing the future, the topic of opening a cafe came up. Yumiya running a cafe? I researched, but it seems I still can't get it right. Do you think it's strange? No, not at all. I knew Shukuin would say that. I'm glad I lived up to your expectations. She adds, I have one more thing to tell you. Ahem. I arranged to attend the same school as you, Shukuin. He's surprised. Well, a lot has happened with my family, and my plans fell through. This would have been impossible until now. You could have aimed for a better school, couldn't you, Yumiya? I'm okay with this. I want to attend a normal school and hone my pastry skills. I see. So the discussion with your family went through without a hitch, huh? I'm glad. You'll never have to suffer unreasonably. She smiles, looking at him. We ended up at the same school again. Having time leaped and saved Yumiya, he says, well, I have to pass first. I now have to give it my all to make her happy. She says his name, Inami-san. Mahoto chimes in. Might I ask something of you as well? What is it? It's a serious request. Would you be willing to become the young lady's fiancé? There is nothing but surprise on his face.